What's up, art community? Your art friend Pete here, and welcome to another Sketch with Pete drawing jam. In the comments on YouTube, on the last video, we did Street Fighter. I had a couple comments to do some Thundercats, and I thought that was very exciting. So I was a huge Thundercats fan back in the day. Not like the new Thundercats, but the actual original Thundercats. So I thought we'd sketch out Lion-O today, since he's the leader. And I can't spend as much time as last time. I usually spend an hour on. Well, we'll see where it takes us. But I have a lot of freelance to do, so let's just jump right into it. I want to do some kind of iconic pose. Maybe something Frank Frazetta-ish, which is why I have Conan, the Barbarian soundtrack on. Such a great movie. Let's be a little quick with this. Let's get some smaller thumbs in. So I gotta be really raw with it. Get a classic barbarian stance, maybe. Sword up in the air. Actually, in his left hand he's got a glove, the gauntlet, the lion gauntlet. But it doesn't make sense if the gauntlet's up in the air. We could rotate it or flip horizontal. His arm. See you later, bye. Yeah, I've been a little sad since Frank Frazetta passed away not too long ago. He was a huge inspiration. I didn't know him personally, that would have been awesome, but I feel like I've known him for a while because I've been looking at his artwork since I was so young. And his hand. And I'm not digging this. I find it incredibly amazing that we can have a connection with somebody that we never even met before because they've influenced us so much, that they've brought so much to the table as far as what your interests are and your passions. They've brought so much to the table that you feel like you know them, and you can understand what they're thinking through their artwork or with their creations. And those are the type of things that I would like to have show up more in my artwork. Like, I draw some cool stuff that I've looked at, or that I've got influence from by looking at something, but I think it's really important to put a bit of yourself in your artwork, whatever you're drawing. Let's move him over. I think it's very important to express yourself as far as emotion and putting energy into your artwork, because you want to have that personality in there, some kind of personality. Like, yeah, lots of people can draw really cool characters and they look awesome, but what is that character feeling? This goes back to a character design class, when I went to character design class in college. If you have a style sheet for your character or whatever you create, some of the some of the sections, sorry, on the character design sheet to fill out are what kind of mood, what kind of personality the character has, and those play really big those play really big parts in creating characters, because if you can't describe what one character is compared to another, then they're all gonna just mold together and be like the same personality with different. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to say that personality is a big issue, or a big deal, and you want to try to put a bit of your personality in each of your characters. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Sword of Omen. Give me sight beyond sight. Okay, so this idea right here is leading me to another idea. So it's really good to get a lot of quick sketches out when you're brainstorming, and don't think too heavily on one idea. You want to get as many ideas out as quick as possible, and as readable. It's important that they're readable so that you can tell what's going on, and also you can get a couple different ideas from the same image. So that one was telling me let's use that close-up angle, but let's hunch his back over. Let's hunch his back over. Let's see, where would his leg go? This way, this way. Okay, this leg would, the back leg would go back, and this one would be forward. That looks cool. And then his hair. Lionel has that fiery long hair. It's a giant fur ball. So this feels like I'm back in quick study anatomy class, quick sketching. Chest, upper body, claw. Oh wow, got an even cooler idea, at least if I can execute it. Something almost like this, but kind of like that. Let's rotate it. Something kind of like this, but more of the back of him, and then you can see his back muscles, because like there's really no important detail on the front of Lionel's outfit. Like I'm looking at the reference right now. Here, I'll show you guys. I'm looking at this reference for, like I said, it's important to look at reference in order to get your character in model, and make sure that all the details of their outfits, their weapons, their whatever they have, the slight ticks on their body, slight details. You want to get those in because somebody developed that character, and those need to be in there. So always have a reference. But there's not too much going on in the front of his body except that Thundercats logo on his belt, and we already know it's Lionel. So I mean, if we wanted to do anything with the Thundercats logo, we could probably just actually. The Sword of Omens has a slit in the eye. There's an eye in the middle of the sword, and that's really, to me, like, you know it's Lionel, you know it's a Thundercat, and anybody who's watched it knows the Sword of Omens and the eye in the middle, because it opens up. It's, give me sight beyond here. My stylus is my Sword of Omen. Give me sight beyond sight, and pew! Just, the eye opens up. It's awesome. So we want to get that definitely into the shot, the trademark, or a signature piece in there, signature aspect. So let's get this other sketch going. What did I say? What kind of personality does Lionel have? We're gonna worry about this when we get to out of this stage, out of this thumb stage, this random shapes. We want to worry about that his facial personality when we go to define the shapes. So his left hand has the claw, and the sword would be here. Let me close this in so I can feel more free and not confined by that edge of the paper. Don't close me in, sir. Alright, this is wrist holding the sword, elbow, triceps, big arms. He's got huge arms. I like the curve in his body. He's kind of in a Frank Frazetta resembling pose. He would, in such movement in his figures, it was amazing how he can capture so much detail in just a gesture line. There's so much personality and movement and action. It was insane when you look at his artwork. Please, if you're not familiar with Frank Frazetta, or if you haven't seen a lot of his artwork, Google him. You can even watch a documentary on YouTube, and I will put it in the link since I'm referring to Frank Frazetta so much in this. It's called Painting with Fire, I believe, and it's a documentary on Frank Frazetta. It's just so awe-inspiring. Alright, noodling, I'm noodling. Stop noodling. Get the basic nurses. Buttocks. Leg there. And where do I want this leg to go? Alright, cool. And I don't have any Frank Frazetta reference open, which I probably should, but I've looked at his stuff so much that, like, it's like I said in one of my other videos, I can't remember which one, but how long is that sword? The sword is long when it's out. Like I said in one of my other videos, sorry, I got sidetracked there. What was I saying? Oh, that's what I was saying. Once again, sorry. Draw something enough to... I'll get the words out. I'm sorry for the anticipation. Draw something enough to where you're looking at it. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. It's still early. I'm not gonna edit this out. I'm gonna leave this in because it's kind of funny to me that I can't think of words very easily, especially while I'm drawing. So, and I'm also drawing, so I'm not gonna redo this. Copy something. There you go. There you go. I'm back on the right mindset. Okay. Copy something, okay? And copy it to a point where you think you can do it without looking at it. If you're struggling, I mean, there's different ways to go about learning art, but a good method that I've used in the past when I was young, when I was a kid, and it's how I got better at drawing comic books. I would copy. I would pretty much open the comic book up and trace over it, and I was a kid, so give me a break. It's not like I'm cheating. What do kids do? They open up comic books or precious articles, and they ruin them because they want to draw and be creative. And that's okay. And it's okay to do that no matter what age you are if you want to learn. And I firmly believe that. So open something up, copy it, and when you feel like you can do it without tracing or copying directly from the image. Try putting the image aside, drawing it, and then compare it and see it. And the point was, I've looked at Frank Frazetta's stuff so much that I can not have that reference, because I feel like I know the reference of Frank Frazetta's poses and the feel of his art more than I know Lion-O's the details of his outfit. So that's what I was trying to get at for so long. I'm so sorry. This thing is furry. It's a furry gauntlet. I'm digging this. I like this. Hopefully I'll have time in the near future to finish this, like paint-wise, and put it maybe on DeviantArt or something. I don't think I would put it in my portfolio. Maybe I could like repurpose the pose, since it's my own pose, and put a different character in the pose, because you know, sometimes you can do that. If you have a successful piece, that's not to say like just rip off the same piece that works for you all the time, but if you did something that's copyrighted or fan art and you really like the way it turned out, but you can't use it in your portfolio because it's fan art and it's copyrighted material, then you know, make your own character out of it and turn it into something else, but have the same emotion that the piece, that the artwork conveyed. It's really not that hard. It's your idea, so it's not like you're stealing. The only thing you would be stealing is the actual copyrighted character. But turn that character into one of your own, but keep the idea of the whole image, and it becomes yours entirely. Lion-O, you have a one-piece bathing suit, you weirdo. Try to get some sketchiness in here. And some of you in the last video comments asked, and I apologize for this, I don't think it's going to happen in the Sketch with Pete section, but I will do my best to write it down on my trusty marker board. And you can see my trusty marker board. It says I'm going to work on YouTube videos right there and stuff. Can you see it? There it is. And it says the videos that I want to work on and the videos that you guys commented that I should do. So, trying to pay attention as much as I can, cater to the YouTube subscribers. Which way is he turning? This way. Contour lines. Follow your contour lines. Contours. Big deal, contours. Let's get some light hitting the back of this. And I mean, if I can't do a in the Sketch with Pete, because it would take too long. I mean, that's like doing lighting and shading. I'm really scatterbrained today, I'm so sorry, but doing a video on lighting and shading wouldn't be for this section. This is just this is very random. It could go from 15 minutes to 30 minutes to even an hour, which the first two of these videos have been in this series. So, and they're not planned unless you guys leave a comment and I do something that you asked for. But generally these aren't planned, like I didn't sketch out Lion-O before this and then do it. This is all straight offhand. And let me get this here real quick and then I'll get back to talking. Have the sword. Glowy, 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 glowy. What's the bottom of the sword look like? The bottom of the sword is not in this image. So I don't think that's too big of a deal, not for this at least. Sword of Omen. this is to a point where I feel happy once I get his outfit. I need to wiggle this around. Sounds a little perverted, but let's wiggle Lion-O around. Move. Warp him a little bit. Let's try to curl him a little bit. I don't know if you can see the warp tool going on, but I want to kind of curl him without warping like this, or without warping it too much. Curl his body. This leg needs to get rotated down. So you just move back a little. Art direct yourself. This leg's gotta move over. And sorry to say it, Lion-O, but let's put a crease in your butt here. And maybe, what if this leg was coming back? Yeah, I think that's gonna be better. Gotta fix your bum. Yeah, see, now that that other leg is gone, I kinda don't like it. They look better than that other leg. And now both of these legs just look wonky. Alright, close my eyes. Don't look at it. What do you see first? Oh, okay. I don't see any energy, any flow, so this is supposed to go that way. Let's it almost looks like what it did. Oh, let's keep it. Okay, there's a nice classic. Alright, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Thanks for bearing with me. I got it. That ticking sound is so annoying. It's on the freaking soundtrack of Conan. And it's actually in the soundtrack. I don't know how that got in there and kept. Here we go. We'll put him in a classic, maybe he's parrying or moving back. That's cool. Alright. Now, let's go to cleanups. Take him down a bit. And just clean him up a little bit with brush tool. Okay. Ready. Lion-O. Get too insane. I want to keep it like a clean sketch, but I don't want to keep it, or make it like a detailed line drawing. Yeah, that sounds cool. Get in. Let's get some flow in this hair. Okay, now this is where I was talking about we're gonna try to get the personality into his face. And what are the words that describe Lion-O? Well, Lion-O isn't very confident sometimes, you know. Sometimes he's very reserved. And he's unsure about being a leader. And he was thrown into the role. His eyes, he's got the slashes and the little slits. Here we go, it's looking cool. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying doing one of my childhood, drawing one of my childhood icons. Love Thundercats. And like I said, I wasn't joking when I said it. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to draw, what you'd like to sketch with me. It doesn't have to be 80s cartoons. Doesn't have to be. It's whatever you feel like you want to see or you want to draw. I said it's not going to be too clean. This is pretty clean. Lip. So Lion-O has, it's kind of weird because like he comes off as confident but then kind of insecure at the same time. At least from what I remember from the cartoons. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I know this stuff. But if I'm just babbling to babble, then babbledy babbledy babbledy. I'll just babble. But I think Lion-O was thrusted into this position. Cool. Lion-O. I love this soundtrack, guys. Look up on YouTube, or even go to, music store or something and buy the CD. Conan the Barbarian soundtrack is so beast to draw to. Not obese, so beast. You just put this thing on loop, it doesn't get old. And we are at a half hour now that I checked my time. And I wanted to detail the face because that's an important thing for a character. So now we're going to quicken things up because we can kind of shorthand our lines. So yeah, I'm not joking when I say leave a comment, subscribe. And another thing, I will favor subscribers' comments and suggestions on what to draw over people who are not subscribed. I do check, I do contact people back. I do write back when you have a question or comment. If you have a question on what tools I use, I write back. So just letting you know, the people who subscribe and normally watch to me will most likely be picked or considered first as far as a selection of topic. not to be mean. It's just to give appreciation to the people who are supporting me. Lion-O. You are so cool, Lion-O. He's got a belt. He's like, looks like a wrestler's belt. Let's draw the belt after we get the grooves of his body. Is your butt crack, Lion-O? There it is. Children! My people! I'm quoting Conan, the movie, by the way. I could be wrong, but he said something like that. James Earl Jones. For centuries! Blah 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 blah. Let's make it a little more edgy. Don't want the muscles to be too rounded. Want them to be masculine. Very spontaneous and sketchy looking. I don't even know the words to this music. I just like mumble some random jibber jabber and you see, it doesn't matter. This music's so awesome. You could just ramble on to it. Bit of contour, show some contour and slight shading. And if you guys struggle with anatomy, just and let's say you want to draw a forearm. I used to look at my forearm, try to flex it, and I'd put like a light maybe right here, and then look in the mirror like a flashlight, and then I would see the forms that popped out, what kind of lines to make. Or you can just go online and look up some bodybuilders or something and draw your anatomy that way. Everything is online for you guys. It's answers to questions. If you can't find something online that you think I might know, then give me a shout, an email, comment on the video, or message me on YouTube, private message, or message me on Facebook. But there's an answer to almost everything online. Just type it in, do some searching. That's how I found all my answers. I'm just here to draw with you and maybe help you as far as drawing, because there's no secret to drawing. It's practice. Practice and observation. How good are your observation skills? You guys see this well? I hope you can see it well. I'm trying to stay within the frame of the recording software, Camtasia 8, which I've been asked a few times. I use Camtasia Studio 8. It's a great video editing software for something like a YouTube channel. I wouldn't say I would use it for broadcast graphics or industry, like industry quality work. But it's great for editing a YouTube video and something personal. out. See how big that hand is? Hand looks freaking huge. I don't like this forearm. I don't like this connection here. Alright, the elbow should be there. His radius comes off of here. Your radius. Right there comes to the outside. Actually be. Feel your arms. Feel your bones. See which way. In the certain position of your arm, these bones actually twist when you rotate it. It's like there are two right here. And when you turn it like that, they're still not two. They're actually twisting around. Like, this is connected to here, but when you turn it there, it's still going down to there. So feel your bones on your own body and see where they end up. So good. And it doesn't look like he's gripping this sword, so let's pull the sword to a spot that looks right in his hand. That's cool. Oops, wrong layer. Let's get our back muscles in here. Diamond, diamond. This goes back to the anatomy days. Looking at Frank Frazetta stuff always reminds you of how amazing the human body is. How beautiful the muscles and everything just complement each other and how it flows. This is sad. Let me put on some more upbeat. Wow. Get that lion paw in there. Like I said, I want to do some rough lines, nothing too polished in detail. I wanted to have it a little polished for the face because it's an important aspect of the artwork to convey his emotion and the look of him. But so I hope I got whatever I was talking about into the face. I don't know if you can see it. If you look at the face, does he look confident but also unsure of himself? His stance, his pose speaks it too. It's like he wants to fight. He's ready. He's got his sword and he's hunched or leaning back to dodge or lunge. But at the same time, he's still like, can I do this? Can I not hurt my team, you know, by leading them into harm, or can I do the right things as a leader? Which is a pretty good, I think is a really good quality to have as a natural leader in real life. Leaders aren't afraid for their friends to be stepped on. Or, I'm sorry. Leaders aren't afraid for their friends to step over them. But a good leader will also not step over his comrade to get further. And yeah, I just saw that quote today in the Naruto manga, and I thought it was really awesome, so I wanted to repeat it and share it. But I think I follow that I'll subscribe to that thought that a good leader is not afraid to let his friends step over him to achieve their goal. But at the same time, while he's letting his friends step over him, not in a negative way, but just to lean on him, you know? But at the same time, he won't step over his friend to further the goal. They're willing to give themselves and all of themselves. And those are the traits of a good leader, I think, in real life as well, as a manga. Let's get some lines. Quick. We're going on 42 minutes, so I lied again. I lied again about how short this video is going to be. But you know what? I'm going to say it every time because it's true every time. I'm having fun. I could do this all day. I got freelance. I got rent to pay. I got to pay rent. If you guys want to help me pay rent, I have a donate button. A donate button on my about. I'm just kidding. Don't help me pay rent unless you want to. No, but no. All joking aside, I do have a donate button, and it's not like I'm begging you to pay me or do money. Like I give my time freely. I don't monetize these sketch with me on YouTube. I don't monetize these videos. I don't put the commercials on these. I monetize the speed paintings that are my own original ideas, but I don't monetize any help that I offer because it's strictly educational and I want to help. I genuinely want to help. But as far as my own creations, like a speed painting, I monetize those. So I mean, if you guys feel inclined to drop $5-10, it's all gonna go back to this channel. You know what I mean? I can make my own rent money, so don't worry about my rent money. I got freelance work. But any money made from the donations will go back to this channel. As far as like buying equipment, maybe a better mic. This one sucks. No, I'm sorry. You don't suck. You don't suck, Mike. Okay, you've done a great job so far. I'm sorry. He's looking at me hard. He's like, and put some sauce on it. Cool. Hey, Lionel, what's up? Nothing, Peter. That didn't even sound like him. God. I've been so terrible at my impressions lately. I was hanging out with my girlfriend the other night watching movies and did a Brad Pitt impression, and I'm not even going to repeat it. It was so bad. I should repeat it just so you guys can hear how bad it was. Hey, let's see your butt crack, Lino. I see your butt crack. Let's get some wrinkles in here, some creases, not wrinkles, creases in his attire. So it looks like he's wearing it and it's not body painted on. Every time I think about that Brad Pitt impression I did, I can't stop laughing at how terrible it was that I couldn't get it even close. It's not, I'm sorry. It's like one of those things that you had to be there. I think it's hilarious, and like I'm sitting here telling you guys, like you'll get it, like you'll get how funny it was when. Maybe if you watch it till the end of the video, I might. It's not a promise. I might have a little blip of the impression, and you guys could say how bad it was. Hi, Leanie. Leanie is my girlfriend. She's my love. Fun times with my girlfriend. We make each other laugh. I think it's very important for a relationship is to make each other laugh. Quit noodling too much, Peter. Some gems. A little bit of a shine, very Frank Frazetta-ish. Glimmers off of these gems. Truly outrageous. It's not the gem I was talking about. Same era. Same era of cartoons. I love this music! Once again, Conan the Barbarian soundtrack. And I'm reminding myself right now, I'm gonna link you guys in the description to Drawing with Fire, the Frank Frazetta documentary on YouTube. So good. So good. Like, turn this video on, draw with me, and if you need to keep drawing after this video, go to the description and put on that while you're still drawing. You're gonna be amazed, and just, that's a guarantee. Go back. Look out. Alright. Muscles. Which muscles? Yeah, there. There's these muscles in the thigh. I don't like those. Crap. Get rid of them. Contours would be like that. This bottom really doesn't matter to me. I want it to look sort of nice though, but it's not too important. Let's just shade it a little bit. Sketchy. Oh. Holy crap. just gonna do it my old-fashioned way, and I'm gonna block it in where the light's not hitting, and just doesn't have to be a contour. Check this out. This is a cool technique. So you just go like that, right? No, wait. Let me do it the right way. Just back and forth real quick. Make a couple of those. Rubber stamp. Paste it so that it's a complete thought of shading. And it could be more subtle than that. Let's take it down a little. Take it down. Okay. Now we could do one of two things. We could select this area like that, the area we want shaded. And then we can bring the selection over there. We can transform selection, rotate it to fit the need, and then we drag that over, rotate it to fit it back in, and then we have a whole shaded line without going crazy. But this is just like the extreme lazy way. That's the long way, if that makes any sense. But if you want something uniform, and you can't uniformly go like that all the way down, and then you have to like erase every single little line in there, you could just do it that way. It all depends on your hand and how comfortable you are with drawing and rendering, shading, blah blah. Let's give him a bit more booty right there. See? A little sloppy, so that's where that method would come in useful if you wanted to do that. And I cannot believe we're gonna run an hour again. It's fantastic. It's great. It's great. Maybe this series will just be an hour long. There we go. See, when you do that, when you tell yourself, like, you know, you got things to do, you start rushing, and then your artwork suffers. Give yourself an allotted amount of time. I have to do this because I told you guys I was going to make YouTube videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in this series. So I have to do this, and I have to stick with it so I can, you know, commit to it for you guys. But if you're gonna draw and you've got to leave to go do something, then don't rush to finish it. Come back later. I have to finish this because, you know, I've got to get to work and I want to get this out to you guys by today. So, just sort of omens, and I'm looking at my reference. I'm drawing it in my own way, but also the way it's supposed to be. In model. That's what it's called. Drawing it my style, but in model. Like my own sizes of these little trinkets and things. But using the same image that I've been using since the beginning. See that? Looking at the sword, I can't really see a lot of the details right there in the middle, but I'm just faking it and I'm putting them in the proximity of where they would be, some shapes. And then these puppies, like, yeah. This was an awesome part in the movie. This is when, after they raided Conan's village in Conan the Barbarian, the first Conan movie. They they took all the children and the women and some men who really were good at working but not warriors, so they wouldn't fight back. And they took them, and they, not that this idea is cool of like, you know, enslaving people. It's not. Enslaving people is not cool, but this was a cool part of the movie. This is where we introduce Arnold Schwarzenegger into the movie. It was they brought him in as a kid to this place, and let's get his thumb out of here because it's in the way, right? So they they brought this kid into this area to work a mill, and he's just pushing, as a kid, pushing this gigantic mill around, this grinding stone for I guess their grains or whatever. And oh no, they were mining. I think they were mining for steel. Yeah, that was the whole logic of the movie. They were mining for steel to make weapons. That's what James Earl Jones's character role was. Steel. The riddle of steel. And then, so they bring Conan in as a kid. And then you enter Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here comes. Dun, dun, dun. The camera comes up. You see Arnold Schwarzenegger with huge ass muscles pushing the damn mill by himself. Everybody else like got sold off or passed away, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is there, Hulk as hell, pushing the damn mill by himself. It's a great scene. A great way to introduce Arnold to the... You know what I'm gonna do while I work? I'm gonna watch that movie because I'm hyping myself up right now for it. So listen to the soundtrack while we draw some Thundercats. And I'm gonna connect these dots by clicking on an area, holding shift, and clicking on a different area, and it'll give me a nice straight line. But if you have your pen pressure sensitivity all the way down on your Wacom stylus, you can go into here in your brush presets, into shape, and move your minimum diameter to right there, and then it'll give you this nice... It won't go to 0 and just disappear. It'll stop at it'll give you a line at least, you know. So should have been using that a lot. There we go. There's a line I was talking about. And I think this has a groove in the middle. Yeah. Alright, guys. Check that out. Ah! Bottom of the sword. So are we seeing the top of his hand? Yeah, we are. His hand's twisted, so we're seeing the top of it. Let me move my minimum down. Sketch that puppy out. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go work on some freelance while I watch Conan the Barbarian. But you guys are going to watch, and I urge you to watch the Drawing with Fire link that I leave in the description for Frank Frazetta. And if you've liked my work, if you like me drawing with you, and you feel like supporting, I understand if you're an artist as well and you got no money, or you're young, you're aspiring, you're a kid. But if you got a couple bucks to swing it, there's a PayPal at the About page, and I don't like begging, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Yeah. But any donations will go directly back to this channel and supporting you guys who are supporting me. And That is the truth. It will not go toward partying, getting beer. Although that would be cool, but it's not going to. I mean, it's going to go directly back to this channel. Maybe a mic, maybe some speakers, maybe tools like drawing tools. I want a Cintiq, but isn't that unrealistic? Cintiq is you can buy a used one on eBay for almost $1,000. That's kind of unrealistic. I don't think I would get that many donations. And I'm not going to ask for that many donations. That's something I guess I'll do on my own. But yes, 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 yes. Here we go. Sketch complete. Say hello to Lionel, everyone. Lionel. Alrighty. Oh, no, that's wrong. Let's get a little Thundercats logo in here. That was terrible. Thundercats. 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 Oh, it was on the same page. Stroke. 40%. Circle. Let's grab the same thing, move it down. Alrighty. Then, ta-da. Get this. How do I want to do this? Do I want to make it like that? Like that? No. And we've went through the whole soundtrack of Conan drawing this, so I'm sorry, let me get back to it. I'm drawing the cat, the Thundercats logo. I have to look at the reference for this to get it right, so we're gonna draw our cat head. It goes like that. Shapes, shapes. Shapes make more shapes. Not so dramatic. Thundercats are on the move, Thundercats are loose. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pause the Conan music, and before this is over, we're gonna get the Thundercats theme. Thundercats theme. Bottom lip. Top lip. Not so big. That's not big. Go down to the tooth. The cats are on the move. The guitar. Oh yeah. Momra! Listen to that bitch. Momra, the ever-living! Alright guys, I'm done with this. After I put this back into here, I am done. And we're going to get, actually, I lied, hang on a second, bear with me, I'm going to try to do some cool shading or something in this. There we go. There we go, put it right there. There we go, nice little logo. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Yes, sir. I have to put this right there. Doody doody doody. No music for the last minute or two. So it's just me entertaining you guys. You're stuck with me. Yes, Mr. Cat, I understand. Me? Crazy? What, for talking to myself? No. Let me tell you something, buddy. You don't talk to yourself? You're not crazy. Or you're crazy. You're crazy if you don't talk to yourself. I mean, who else is gonna talk to you when nobody's around? Somebody to talk to. And we're getting to the not-so part of Sketch with Pete. I could just edit this out, but I find myself amusing when I'm talking to myself. There we go. I didn't want all that selected. $20. You select you, and you're doing it again. Alright, we'll just deselect on our own. I just want to do a little bit of a specular inside of this, the lion head, and then we're done, officially. And it's going to be the same time as everything else. That actually seems pretty cool. That each of these videos have been unplanned as far as time goes, and they've lasted about the same duration. So I guess that goes to show that's what my my sketch time is. I guess you guys can do that for yourself. Also, to time yourself, see how long it takes you to do something, and I guess in 1 hour, if I wasn't talking, this would probably take half the time. Like I'm sitting here trying to talk and come up with subjects and stuff like that, thinking of two different things, multitasking. So this would probably take half the time. So in about 40 minutes to a half an hour, I can get several thumbnails out and a nice sketch piece that can later be brought to a painted phase or a clean line stage. This has been Peter Gandia, And I want to thank you guys so much for spending your Wednesday with me, at least a nice chunk of it. A nice chunk of your Wednesday with me. I'm going to say right there, or right there. Actually, right there is cool. Let's make it smaller. So maybe he's sitting, he's leaning on the Thundercats logo. Alright, and maybe a little bit of an artistic aspect. Let's get some kind of sketch brush that I've made already. And I show you in what's it? Video 1. The first video I made of sketching with Pete. How to make this brush. So, what are the lines of motion? The lines of motion are this way. So let's make the contrasting lines of energy the opposite direction. So this is the line of energy. Let's contrast it, or go against it with this, and make the elements pop by strategically placing this back. This isn't just to look pretty or just to add more to it, you know. This helps as far as contrast and everything, and making the figures pop off the page a little bit. I'm not too crazy about like the texture of the brush, but it works, and it works for a sketch. So I am done. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Please be sure to watch on Friday, because there's going to be another one. So, love you guys. Take care. Thank you for the support. Comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Please share. Thanks.